In this lecture, we will define FinOps in practical terms and separate it from common misunderstandings. This is one of the most important foundations for the rest of the course. If learners think FinOps only means cutting cloud bills, many of the framework concepts will feel disconnected. FinOps is broader than cost reduction. It is about collaboration, data-driven decisions, ownership, accountability, and maximizing the value of technology spending. A practical way to define FinOps is this. FinOps helps organizations make better decisions about technology spend and value. The official definition emphasizes business value, timely data-driven decision-making, financial accountability, and collaboration between engineering, finance, and business teams. Those phrases are not just theory. They explain why FinOps needs data, why ownership matters, and why cost conversations should include business context. This is the first major misconception to correct. FinOps does include optimization, and optimization can reduce waste and improve rates. But FinOps is not the same thing as cutting cost wherever possible. A FinOps mindset asks better questions. What changed? Who owns the usage? What business outcome did the spend support? Is the cost increase expected? Is the workload healthy? Is there waste? Is optimization safe? This distinction matters for both the certification and real-world application. FinOps is described as both a cultural practice and an operational framework. The cultural side means that teams change how they think about responsibility, communication, and decision-making. The operational side means that teams use repeatable practices: reporting, allocation, anomaly management, forecasting, optimization, governance, and review cadences. A report alone is not FinOps. A tool alone is not FinOps. FinOps is the combination of people, process, data, and decisions. A simple way to understand FinOps is to look at the questions it helps teams answer. Where is spend coming from? Who owns it? What changed? What value is being created? What should be optimized? What decisions need to be made? These questions map naturally to the FinOps lifecycle. Inform creates visibility. Optimize identifies improvement opportunities. Operate helps teams take action and make the practice sustainable. Here is the difference in practice. If CloudShop sees a 28% increase in cloud spend, a basic cost conversation might simply ask engineering to reduce the bill. A FinOps conversation asks what changed, whether the increase came from a product launch, whether usage increased because customers adopted a feature, who owns the workload, whether the forecast needs to change, and where safe optimization exists. This is the value of the FinOps mindset. Learners should correct these misconceptions before moving deeper into the course. FinOps is not just finance, it is not just savings. It is not just a tool, and it is not just tagging. Those elements may all matter, but the discipline is broader. The certification expects learners to understand FinOps as a framework and practice, not as a single technical activity. The key takeaway is this. FinOps helps teams maximize technology value through data, ownership, collaboration, and repeatable decision-making. Keep that mental model in mind as we move forward. When we discuss principles, personas, lifecycle phases, domains, capabilities, allocation, forecasting, optimization, and governance, they all connect back to that core idea. That wraps up this lesson. Before you move on, take a moment to think about how this FinOps concept applies to your own cloud environment, team, or certification study plan. If you want the full structured course, check out my Udemy course, FinOps Certified Practitioner, FOCP Fundamentals Prep. Use the course link in the description for the best price. The course walks through the FinOps framework, key concepts, practical cloud cost management scenarios, and study guidance to help you prepare for the FinOps Certified Practitioner exam with more clarity and confidence. Thanks for watching, and best wishes on your FinOps learning and certification journey.